not just the United States of America. This is internationally. This is global. If you attack us right now, you are not only breaking U.S. constitutional rights, you are breaking the United Nations rights against human rights.
Like Dr. King said, the riot is the language of the unheard. And so for so long, we have not been heard, or rather, no one's been listening. And so right now, we're demanding that people listen to us, take us seriously, because our lives matter.
I think this is going to be a monumental change. You can already see here within the Marcus David Peters circle that the name is being pushed onto more people. The community has come out so strong, and seeing that the community has made its own sign. It's now turning into its own garden. The garden represents, I feel, just the love that the Richmond community has towards the Marcus David Peters Circle movement.
These monuments, as you can see, have been, up for centuries, for decades, and quite literally, they are both a physical and metaphorical sort of shadow cast upon, Black and brown communities. We look at these monuments, and these are people from a foreign nation. These are not true Americans. In fact, they were fighting against the United States of America to form their own Confederate States of America.
General Lee didn't want any statues memorizing any war, and they didn't listen to him, but yet they still idolize him, and here we are doing his work for him, I guess. So I think that this is something that'll make Richmond a whole lot prettier. I think we should be known for our good history, not our bad history.
We're trying to reclaim this circle. So we're naming it after a member of our community who was slain by Richmond City Police, August David Peters, and naming this after somebody who had a Black life is very paramount, very important to the revamping and the renewal of these systems and these ideas that have plagued Richmond City for so long. Another thing that we want to do is we want the police to be defunded. And so what we mean by that is we think that it's important that that level of money gets reallocated to areas where it actually could be useful. That money can be going to our school system. That money can be going to help with affordable housing. That money can be going to infrastructure. Like, that money can be going somewhere else where it can actually improve the lives and increase social mobility in these communities that are grief with poverty. I think there's a lot of work that needs to be done on a national level, such as conversations, reparations, conversations involving social mobility, economic freedom in Black and brown communities. On a local level, something that we want to do is we want to reopen the Marcus David Peters case back up. There has not been justice for him or his family. We want a citizens review board, because a lot of times in our communities, nobody's policing the police. There's no surveillance, no accountability when it comes to police investigation. The police themselves, when in all actuality, the people who the police are sworn to protect and serve need to be the ones holding them accountable, checking them. That's why we have a system of checks and balances. And so we want a civilian review board with subpoena power to bring these officers who are under these allegations to the front. Come to the front, because we have questions. We need answers. We demand answers, and we demand that you live up to the Constitution that you're sworn to serve and protect. Black Lives Matter should not be a controversial statement. We're out here fighting on the behalf of people who can't fight for themselves, whose lives were ended at, such a tragic time, much too early, and we're tired of seeing this happen. This cannot continue. This cannot continue. Our ability to breathe is not up for debate. It just isn't. So we just have to keep fighting, keep pushing along, and we'll get there. Change isn't done overnight, but if we keep going, change will come.